Good evening, high school football fans. This is High School Football America for September 29th, 2016. I'm Jeff Fisher, host of the show and founder and editor-in-chief of High School Football America and highschoolfootballamerica.com, ready for a great big weekend in the top 25, top 50 for that matter, with two big top 25 matchups coming at you. We're going to preview them tonight on the show. Plus, we're going to take a look at the big battle in New Jersey between number 4, St. Joseph Regional from Montvale, taking on Bergen Catholic. Those guys like to go to overtime. 3 of the last 4 games between the two have gone to overtime. But we're going to take a look on the show tonight at the one in Nevada between top-ranked Bishop Gorman and St. Thomas Aquinas, number 10 in the latest High School Football America Top 25. For those of you not familiar with how we do our rankings, we do it with an algorithm, and our algorithm is rock solid. We're very proud of it. This is the 4th year that we've had it in effect, so we're going to preview that game. Plus, we're going to preview the big one in the D.C. area as number 4 DeMatha. Both of these games on Friday night, by the way, folks, and you can follow them on High School Football America on our live scoreboards powered by ScoreStream. But DeMatha, number 4 in the nation, looking for its 4th straight Washington Catholic Athletic Conference title, will take on upstart number 9, St. John's College High School out of Washington, D.C. The Cadets have played the toughest schedule in the nation. This will be their 5th game in their first 6 games against a team that began the season ranked in the High School Football America preseason top 25. And St. John's has been bubbling along after getting a little bit of an assist from their alum. Kevin Plank, the founder of Under Armour, donated a lot of money to the school, and St. John's is now in the mix of the big teams there in the WCAC. What a conference that is. And on the show tonight, we are going to talk with Elijah Brooks, the head coach at DeMatha, coming up in just a little bit. Plus, we're going to take a look at that big game, as I said, in New Jersey between St. Joe's and Bergen Catholic, which is probably a good lead-in to take a look at what the top 25 schedule is this week. To be honest with you, we've got big games, but it's also a little light as 7 of the top 25 teams are on their bye weeks, so that means that we will not have the full slate of games, but the ones that we have are very, very impressive. Who's on the bye week? It's number 2 IMG out of Florida, number 3 Mater Dei out of California, and boy, are the Monarchs off and sailing. Going to get a chance to look at them as they open Trinity League play next week. Also on their bye week is St. John Bosco here in California, number 7 in the latest High School Football America Top 25. And you can check out the entire Top 25 plus the other 25. We rank 1 through 50. You can check it out at highschoolfootballamerica.com. Also on the bye week out here in California, Corona Centennial, the Huskies ranked number 15, coming off their big win over Liberty out of Nevada last week. St. Joseph's Prep out of Philadelphia. They have been also on their bye week, St. Joseph's Prep out of Philadelphia. They are off this week in Texas, Lake Travis and Cibolo Steel, number 21 and number 22 in the latest rankings. They are on their bye weeks as well, but a lot of big games. We mentioned the ones we're going to preview on tonight's show. Some of the other top teams in the top 25 playing this week. Allen out of Texas taking on Plano West in Miami. Miami Central coming off of its big win, impressive win over Booker T. Washington, will take on a very good Carroll City team. And in Ohio, it's Coleraine looking to remain undefeated, taking on Mason. That game tomorrow night. We have our 3 Georgia teams stacked up there at 11, 12, and 13. Number 11, Grayson, taking on Rockdale County tomorrow night. Number 12, Roswell, will take on Milton Friday night. And Milk Creek, the number 13 team, taking on North Gwinnett on Friday night. The number 14 team in the poll, McGill-Tulane, the Yellow Jackets out of Alabama, coming off their big win against Blunt, taking on Bryant tomorrow night. Number 16, Jenks in Oklahoma, taking on Broken Arrow in an all-Oklahoma battle. In Indiana, number 17, Warren Central, going to play Lawrence North. Number 19, the big game in Kentucky. This one draws a lot of fans to Papa John's Stadium there in Louisville, the home of the Louisville Cardinals. Trinity, the Shamrocks, ranked number 19, playing their arch rival, St. Xavier. And Trinity has won 10 of the last 11 battles between these two. A lot of people at the beginning of the year thought St. X had the horses to get this one done. We'll see. Jason Frakes, the reporter there in Louisville at the Courier Journal, who is part of the USA Today network, saying that he's picking Trinity to win by a score of 21-10. Always around 30,000 plus in the house to watch that big Kentucky battle. Number 20, American Heritage out of Plantation, Florida, taking on Stranahan on Friday night. Number 23, South Point from South Carolina, taking on Ridgeview in a Palmetto State battle. Mentioned that number 24, St. Joseph Regional, will take on number 27, Bergen Catholic on Saturday. And rounding out the top 25 games this weekend, Mallard Creek, which bounced back after their loss to South Point. Number 25 this week, they will take on Hopewell in an all North Carolina battle. Again, you can follow all of the games on our top 25 live scoreboard powered by ScoreStream. It's right there for you at highschoolfootballamerica.com. We also have our state-by-state scoreboards live, and you can always download the app and score along. Let everybody around the country know how your team's doing with videos and photographs. You just go to scorestream.com. You can get the app in the Google Play or in the iTunes store. And that's a good moment now to take and thank all of our partners here at High School Football America. In New York City right now, heading back to Los Angeles for Friday night's games. But while I was here, I got a chance to check in with Ken Hoffman of Crossover and telling me some really great things that are going down with Crossover right now as they are breaking down game film at large numbers. And they do it so well. Jason Strunk, who writes the turnaround for us at High School Football America, says, saves time and money, and it's a lot. And, in Texas, football's a little bit different. They treat things a little bit differently, and the ability to get that game film broken down, whether it's breaking down their own game film or their scouting film, Crossover does it. Strunky says they are 99.9999% accurate. So check out Crossover. Get your free demo by going to crossoverwithak.com/HSFA. If you can't remember that, just click on the banner ads at highschoolfootballamerica.com. Also, Echo. Echo is doing such a wonderful job of giving coaches an edge, just like Crossover does. They give you instant replay on your sidelines 8 seconds after the play ends. They are the creators of this technology, folks. They were the first ones to the market. They do it the best, and they are really great people as well. Coaches developing competitive products for coaches. It doesn't get any better than that. Last year, nearly 100 teams around the nation winning state championships by using Echo. It gives a great competitive edge. And also brought to you tonight by the good folks at Southern Sport. Yes, how painful. Yeah, I think painful is the right word. I know when I'm out there on the field and playing on field turf, watching a game that's being played on field turf, those rubber pellets from that field turf get in your shoes, and they become a pain, especially if it's an older field where those pellets get really, really hard and grinding into your feet. Every Friday or Saturday, walking off the field there, taking my shoes off, dumping them out. They're a pain in the butt, but the TDI Razor from Southern Sport will keep those pesky rubber pellets from field turf out of your shoes and give you the great look of spatting without the high cost of tape, because tape's expensive at $4 a roll. 20 great colors. You need to check them out. Go to TDI Razor with a U, R-A-Z-U-R, TDIRazor.com to figure out what color is right for you. They can now put the logos on the socks. A lot of teams around the nation looking real spiffy by wearing these. Makes the team have a uniform look. And you heard a couple of weeks ago when we had Troy McAllister here from Phillips Academy on the south side of Chicago. TDI Razor, the Southern Sport, donated 90 pairs to the team there, and now the kids love them. It's part of the team uniform. So check them out at TDIRazor.com, and brought to you tonight by USA Today High School Sports. Once again in 2016, USA Today High School Sports and High School Football America teaming up to give you a great Southern California high school football coverage and coverage from around the nation. Their Super 25 with Jim Halley comes out every Monday. That's at USA Today HSS.com. Well, we got plenty to come on the show here as we're going to preview, as I said, we're going to preview St. Thomas Aquinas traveling out to Nevada to take on number 1, Bishop Gorman. The Raiders going out on Wednesday, flying out there. The weather's supposed to be perfect, 90 degrees, but no humidity in the desert for that one. And then we're also going to take a look at the big game in the D.C. Beltway as DeMatha from Maryland taking on St. John's from D.C. We're going to also take a look at some of the other big games around the country as well. But when we come back, we're going to start our preview as we're going to talk with Elijah Brooks, the head coach at DeMatha High School in Hyattsville, Maryland. So we're talking Stags football when we come back. You're listening to High School Football America. Instant replays on a high school football sideline? Seriously? Yes, the future is here with Echo 1612's Instant Replay Sideline System. Echo's cutting-edge technology was the first to the market 2 years ago. Echo delivers instant replay to your sideline on an iPad within seconds of a play being finished so that you can make tomorrow's coaching changes today. This NFHS-approved product may be the biggest change in high school football since the invention of the helmet. Coaches, you'll gain a competitive edge by adding Echo 1612's Instant Replay Sideline System to your coaching toolbox. How cool is this? The Echo Instant Replay Sideline System works with both your current booth and end zone cameras, plus, and this is an important point, Echo works without any cellular connection, data plans, or internet. The list of high school football programs using Echo 1612 system is growing daily, meaning your opponent may already have a game time advantage. You don't want to be left out, do you? The Echo 1612 advantage is simple. Echo plus an iPad equals instant replay on your sideline that improves your game planning. Seriously, you'll be making coaching adjustments in real time, not the day after. Except no copycats, Echo 1612 is the best on the market. Echo 1612's cutting-edge technology helps you make tomorrow's adjustments today. Learn more at echo1612.com. Field turf rubber pellets, be gone. The Debris Inhibitor Razor is a seamless outer sock that was specifically designed to keep crumb rubber and other fine debris from artificial or grass playing surfaces out of an athlete's shoes and socks, thus keeping such debris out of gym bags and locker rooms. The Razor, spelled R-A-Z-U-R, is favored by athletes who want the look of tape, by trainers who no longer have the time to tape only for show, and by moms who no longer want that crumb rubber in the house. The Debris Inhibitor Razor is made in America. It's 70% nylon and 30% spandex, making it extra lightweight and very durable, and it's backed by a 1-year performance guarantee. The Debris Inhibitor Razor covers just the right amount of a player's shoe while keeping those shoelaces tight. It's fully customizable, machine washable, and more importantly, it's easy to get on and off. The Debris Inhibitor Razor comes in 23 colors and sizes are youth, medium, large, and for that extra big foot, extra large. Founded in 2010 by former University of Mississippi All-SEC football player Carl Hoppy Langley III, Southern Sport Inc. created the Debris Inhibitor to improve athletic performance by protecting athletes, allowing them to look and feel better with technically advanced products engineered with superior fabric construction, patented design, and proven innovation. Get a discount on your order by using the High School Football America code HSFA when you order at TDIRazor.com. That's razor spelled with a U at TDIRazor.com. If you're scouting your opponents without Crossover's game film breakdown platform, you're missing an opportunity to get a huge edge over the competition. Crossover's service lets you upload game film from your hard drive, video camera, or other websites like Huddle. Their team of football experts will then clip and tag the game with player and formation info so that when you log into your account, you can filter the clips however you'd like. They'll also automatically prepare a comprehensive tendency report and down and distance report for your staff so you can see exactly what your opponents like to call in specific situations. We all know that every coach spends countless hours preparing before a game. It's not about the time you put in, it's about what you do with that time. That's Crossover's biggest advantage. advantage. It allows you to use your prep time more efficiently and get an even deeper level of insight since you don't have to waste time setting up the film. Check them out. You're going to love them. You can sign up for a quick free demo at crossover.com/football. That's crossover with a K.com/football. USA Today High School Sports is America's leading platform for high school football. The Super 25 team rankings and expert American Family Insurance All-USA list have been determining the best of the best nationally and locally for more than 3 decades. Be sure to check out usatodayhss.com, the best in the game for everything high school football. This portion of High School Football America brought to you by USA Today High School Sports. Once again in 2016, High School Football America and USA Today High School Sports teaming up to give you great coverage from around the nation and specifically from Southern California. Check them out. And check out that Super 25 when it comes out every Monday at usatodayhss.com. Well, we talked about it at the top of the show, a couple of big games around the country, and we're going to focus here at the start on the one that's down there in the D.C. Beltway as number 4 DeMatha in the High School Football America Top 25 algorithm takes on number 9 St. John's in what will be a real big battle. DeMatha, the 3-time Washington Catholic Athletic Conference champs. They've been good for a long time, and Coach Elijah Brooks, who took over back in about 6 years ago now. Boy, it seems like it was only yesterday when he took over. Is on the line to talk about this year's squad and the big game coming up this weekend. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. It's a pleasure to be back on your show.
And we're happy to have you here. And before we get into it, I really thought of that. You were hired, you were 27 years old, and it seemed like it was yesterday. We're already through 5 years. Can you imagine how far we've come in that short period of time? I mean, does it make you kind of pinch yourself that time's flown by?
Absolutely. Taking over at 27 and now 6 years later and seeing how much the program has grown, sometimes I take a step back and really appreciate all the people that put in the hard work and the players who've done such a great job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Elijah Brooks on the line on High School Football America tonight. And maybe before we take one more, we're going to do one more question, which is, you took over a great program. Coach McGregor had done so many wonderful things there, and what, you had to put your own thumbprint on it. What are some of the things that you think that you did back there in those, early days 6 years ago that have made a difference, here in 2016?
Well, I think taking over a program for a legend like Coach McGregor, the first thing that I had to do was set expectations and let everyone know that while Coach McGregor, did a fantastic job for close to 30 years, that this was my program and we were going to do it, my way. And there's always some pushback with transition, but it definitely paid dividends.
Let's kind of dig into what's transpired once again this year. You're playing a very, very tough schedule. And tell me a little bit about that, how that, your mentality on that to prepare you for what is, definitely one of the top conferences in the country in the WCAC.
We never want to go into the league unprepared. So we want to make sure that our kids are prepared for the speed of the game. Being in adverse situations that they're going to have to overcome, and playing an out-of-conference schedule that challenges them definitely prepares them for league play. So it's something that we try to make sure that we put together every year and challenge our kids, and our guys have done a great job responding year in and year out.
Talking to Elijah Brooks tonight on High School Football America. Big game coming up for the number 4 Stags against number 9 St. John's this weekend. And, Coach, you talked about adversity right off the bat before you got to play a game this year. Your tailback, the guy you expected a lot out of this year, Anthony McFarland, breaks his leg. It seems like you've had this a couple of years running now.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. I mean, obviously, to lose a star again this year hurts. But how have the kids responded to that, and how's Anthony doing?
It's definitely been a huge blow to the team. We experienced it last year with DJ Turner in the opening game against Miami Central, and you're never thinking that it's going to happen again. But again, we had a veteran group of returners who experienced it last year, and they saw that we were able to rally around a tough situation and make the best of it. So we knew we had to make up to do it again. And while, Anthony is one of the top players in the country, we still have plenty of talent on this team who could step up, like a Corey Sproul, who, he had a great season last year before he broke his ankle on ESPN. So now it's his senior year, and he's stepping up and doing a great job. And, we have a next man up philosophy at DeMatha.
Yeah, let's get some other kids in by name. Let's stay on the offensive side of things. Bo English going to Air Force, following his dad's footsteps. He knows how to win championships for you from that quarterback position. Tell us about Bo's progress this year.
Bo, can arguably go down as one of the, most accomplished quarterbacks in DeMatha history. I mean, he leads us to a fourth straight, title. It'll be his third. You're talking about a kid who's an outstanding leader, number one. I mean, he's a quarterback on the field, 4.0 GPA, puts guys in the right position. And then he just knows how to win. And, you can't put that in, quantify that and put that in numbers. But when a play needs to be made, we trust that Bo is going to make it. And he's done a fantastic job for us the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, I think I saw one of the games this year. I think it was McDonough. Was he 15 for 15? You don't see many of those lines in big games like that. Was that a misprint? Did I see that?
No, he went 15 for 15, and I believe in the opener against Oscar Smith, he went 14 for 14. So I'm praying that he has another perfect game in him this Friday, because we're definitely going to need it.
And we'll get to that in a second. Let's keep on the offensive side of the ball. Give us some names of some kids in there, and let's not forget those up front guys that you feel are really doing a nice job for you this year so far.
Without a doubt, our guys up front have paved the way for an offense that's averaging, close to 45 points a game and over 300 yards rushing. So you have University of Maryland commit at left tackle Marcus Minor. You have Austin Fontaine, who's a 2018 national recruit. You have Victor Oluwatimi, who's a 4.0 3-year starter at center. You have Zach Lyons, who's also a 2-year starter for us, all-conference performer. And then you have right tackle Evan Gregory, who transferred in this year and has done a fantastic job. So those guys up front are definitely the foundation for our offense. On the outside, we have senior Delonte Helms, who definitely waited his turn, and he's leading our team in receiving through five games, doing a fantastic job. You have junior Dominic Lyles, who's really stepped up as his first year, really contributing on varsity, and also slot receiver Jermaine Johnson, who's just a sophomore, but he's extremely explosive. And then in the backfield, you have Corey Sproul, like I said, who's our workhorse running back, senior guy, who's downhill and does a great job. You have Miles Myree, who's our change of pace back, who's a sophomore. And then we have a freshman who ran for 230 yards and 4 touchdowns, Marshawn Lloyd, this past week. So we really love our depth in the backfield, and we can't forget about our tight end, Grant Donaldson, who will be headed to Air Force with Bo, and Anthony Toro, who starts on the other side of the ball also, and John Morgan. So we're really happy with our guys up front and on the offensive side of the ball.
And defensively, against a very good schedule, you guys have been solid. A lot of people know who Chase Young is, going to Ohio State. But let's talk a little bit about Chase and those guys on that the other side of the ball.
Chase is our alpha dog on the team, but definitely on the defense side of the ball. He definitely sets the tone up front. He's an elite player, an elite pass rusher, and he's having a great season for us. On the opposite end, we have Robert Morris commit. Greg Rose, who's also doing a fantastic job. And on the interior line, we have Austin Fontaine, who's as good as they come. And he's only a junior. He's done a fantastic job. And we have Jalen Brown, who's a junior who has a bright future ahead of him. We talked about the tight ends on the other side. Those guys flip over Anthony Toro and Grant Donaldson. Those guys have had a fantastic year at linebacker. And then our secondary has also performed well. We have senior Miles Canton, who's being recruited by Division I programs. We have Joe Towns, a senior at corner. We have Justin Tallinger, who's an elite junior corner. And we have DeMarco Helms, who is one of the top sophomores in the country. He's the brother of Delonte, and he plays wide receiver and safety. And he's a name that you have to look out for in the future.
Yeah, and I heard some sophomore and juniors in there, so I think everything's good for the next year as well. Elijah Brooks is on the line tonight. Talking to DeMatha football, he has done a fantastic job over the last 6 years with the Stags. Number 4 right now in the High School Football America rankings, along with ranked highly in all the national ranking outlets right now, taking on St. John's. They're number 9 in our algorithm, top 25 coming into this weekend's game. And Coach, let's dive into St. John's. A lot of people say they're coming onto the scene, but they have a coach there that knows how to win from New York State, and they've played a tough schedule. I think at last count, 5 of their first 6 games, if you count the DeMatha game, is against teams that were in our top 25 to begin the season. What are you seeing on film from these guys? What are you going to have to do coming up here on Friday night?
This St. John's team is easily the most talented St. John's team that I've seen in the past couple decades. They don't have, in my opinion, a weak link on the field. We match up very well against them, but on both sides of the ball, they just have guys who are elite. You have an offensive line who averages close to 290 pounds, 6'4", 6'5". Just they maul guys up front. You have Kasim Hill, who can give opposing defenses nightmares with his feet and his legs. They have 2 outstanding running backs, sophomore running backs that are as explosive as you get. And then defensively, they're stout. They're extremely aggressive, extremely fast. And if we don't come out and play a good game, it could be a long day for us on Friday.
St. John's taking on DeMatha. We're talking about the Stags tonight with Elijah Brooks. And Coach, with St. John's stepping up like this, your conference is one of the best year in and year out, but it's just gotten tougher. And everybody keeps saying this is for the title on Friday. And you guys still have your arch rival, Good Counsel, the last game. You got Gonzaga in there. How good's the conference this year?
The conference is as good as it's been, and I know it's great for the fans and the media, but for coaches like myself, it's not anything that we look forward to on a weekly basis. We play this game, and it's going to be a brutal one to play, and then we have to turn around and play a team like Bishop McNamara, who we struggled with last year, and then we have to play Gonzaga, who beat us last year, and then we end up with Good Counsel as the season finale before we go to the playoffs, and we'll probably have to play one of those elite teams twice. So it's just, again, it's great for the area, it's great for our conference, but as a coach, it's something that does not allow me to sleep well at night.
Yeah, some Tums or Rolade moments in there to keep the agita down a little bit.
Absolutely.
Talking with Elijah Brooks tonight on High School Football America, brought to you by USA Today High School Sports. And a couple of things kind of off the field that I've been reading lately. I saw one where they said you're getting some frequent driver miles down the road there to the University of Maryland to check out some former Stags that you're very, very proud of. Tell us a little bit about what the kids are doing there at the next level.
We're really excited and proud of our guys who, Terrence Davis, offensive lineman, Lorenzo Harrison, Tino Ellis, Sean Olawatimi, and Daryl Turner, DJ Turner. Those guys are all freshmen, and they're doing a great job just transitioning into College Park, and Coach Durkin and his staff, speak very highly of those guys and how they're have a bright future ahead of them. So it's really good. It's a good feeling to have guys close to the program where they can still be connected with us and we can go to their games. And it's just a good feeling, a really good feeling.
The other thing I read, and I think I read this last year, it's changed a little bit. So you guys have been doing some Bikram yoga. And did I see now that you have some sort of Pilates going on? You're doing some different stuff there when it comes to your two-a-days. Tell us a little bit about that.
We always want to give our kids an edge, always want to give them, an advantage, both mentally and physically. And, the game is changing. And the one thing that you have to be is you have to be flexible. You have to, and you have to be fast. You have to be able to gain advantage on opponents through endurance and just will. And so the past, couple seasons, we've included Bikram yoga where we're in there in a room, packed like sardines, 104-degree temperature, 40% humidity. And it's one of the most difficult hour and a half or 90 minutes that you can endure. And we think it's paid huge dividends once we get out there on the field, because if we have a humid or hot day early in the season, our guys know that we've been preparing in conditions like that throughout the entire summer. And then, from a physical standpoint, our bodies improve. Our linemen become more lean. Our skilled players become more flexible, which just help perform better, on game days.
Well, I have some friends that do Bikram yoga. I have no idea how they do it. I can't even imagine the whole football team in there doing the sardine thing.
Yeah. and I'm not going to lie. I've done a lot of training and a lot of working out in my life. I had no idea that would be the most difficult workout that I've ever experienced. And, it really challenges you mentally because there were many times I wanted to walk out and quit, but I couldn't with my players in there with me. So, it's just one of those things that it builds team camaraderie. We're all in there struggling together. And we really feel like, it plays an important piece to our growth as a team during the season.
Yeah, I thank God I only have to sit in front of a microphone and talk because I don't need any tough workouts. Let's wrap up with the obvious question. You said, this is a battle coming up on Friday night against St. John's. And, obviously you and the staff are talking about the things you got to do right. But what are the things that you hear on, earlier in the week, a couple of days away from it, that you need to do Friday night to put yourself in position to pick up that big W?
The one thing that you see against the St. John's opponent early on this year is whenever teams hurt themselves with penalties or turnovers, St. John's is just too talented to put yourself in that type of hole. So we've really been stressing being the more disciplined team, not turning the ball over. We cannot allow them to use their dominant run game to control the clock. If our offense does not have a chance to have many possessions, it's going to be a long day. And they have the personnel to dominate a game and to eat the clock up and drive the ball down methodically. And it's important for us to be able to get off the field on third and fourth downs. And St. John's has been extremely successful in moving the chains and converting on third and fourth downs. And you fall behind to a team like that, you're really cutting your chances of winning.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking time out of a very busy schedule this week to join us on the show tonight. Continued success for you and your staff and your kids, and good luck Friday night against St. John's. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Very welcome. Taking a break. We're coming back with more. You're listening to High School Football America. Instant replays on a high school football sideline? Seriously? Yes, the future is here with Echo 1612's Instant Replay Sideline System. Echo's cutting-edge technology was the first to the market 2 years ago. Echo delivers instant replay to your sideline on an iPad within seconds of a play being finished so that you can make tomorrow's coaching changes today. This NFHS-approved product may be the biggest change in high school football since the invention of the helmet. Coaches, you'll gain a competitive edge by adding Echo 1612's Instant Replay sideline system to your coaching toolbox. How cool is this? The Echo Instant Replay sideline system works with both your current booth and end zone cameras, plus, and this is an important point, Echo works without any cellular connection, data plans, or internet. The list of high school football programs using Echo 1612 system is growing daily, meaning your opponent may already have a game time advantage. You don't want to be left out, do you? The Echo 1612 advantage is simple. Echo plus an iPad equals instant replay on your sideline that improves your game planning. Seriously, you'll be making coaching adjustments in real time, not the day after. Except no copycats, Echo 1612 is the best on the market. Echo 1612's cutting-edge technology helps you make tomorrow's adjustments today. Learn more at echo1612.com. Field turf rubber pellets, be gone. The Debris Inhibitor Razor is a seamless outer sock that was specifically designed to keep crumb rubber and other fine debris from artificial or grass-playing surfaces out of an athlete's shoes and socks, thus keeping such debris out of gym bags and locker rooms. The Razor, spelled R-A-Z-U-R, is favored by athletes who want the look of tape, by trainers who no longer have the time to tape only for show, and by moms who no longer want that crumb rubber in the house. The Debris Inhibitor Razor is made in America. It's 70% nylon and 30% spandex, making it extra lightweight and very durable, and it's backed by a 1-year performance guarantee. The Debris Inhibitor Razor covers just the right amount of a player's shoe while keeping those shoelaces tight. It's fully customizable, machine washable, and more importantly, it's easy to get on and off. The Debris Inhibitor Razor comes in 23 colors and sizes are youth, medium, large, and for that extra big foot, extra large. Founded in 2010 by former University of Mississippi All-SEC football player Carl Hoppy Langley III, Southern Sport Inc. created the Debris Inhibitor to improve athletic performance by protecting athletes, allowing them to look and feel better with technically advanced products engineered with superior fabric construction, patented design, and proven innovation. Get a discount on your order by using the High School Football America code HSFA when you order at TDIRazor.com. That's razor spelled with a U at TDIRazor.com. If you're scouting your opponents without Crossover's game film breakdown platform, you're missing an opportunity to get a huge edge over the competition. Crossover's service lets you upload game film from your hard drive, video camera, or other websites like Huddle. Their team of football experts will then clip and tag the game with player and formation info so that when you log into your account, you can filter the clips however you'd like. They'll also automatically prepare a comprehensive tendency report and down and distance report for your staff so you can see exactly what your opponents like to call in specific situations. We all know that every coach spends countless hours preparing before a game. It's not about the time you put in, it's about what you do with that time. That's Crossover's biggest advantage. It allows you to use your prep time more efficiently and get an even deeper level of insight since you don't have to waste time setting up the film. Check them out. You're going to love them. You can sign up for a quick free demo at crossover.com/football. That's crossover with a K.com/football. USA Today High School Sports is America's leading platform for high school football. The Super 25 team rankings and expert American Family Insurance All-USA list have been determining the best of the best nationally and locally for more than 3 decades. Be sure to check out usatodayhss.com, the best in the game for everything high school football. Welcome back to High School Football America here on September 29th. What a big weekend ahead of high school football. If you're just joining us, previewing the 2 big top 25 matchups taking place this weekend in Nevada and in Maryland as number 1 ranked Bishop Gorman, closing out its interstate schedule, taking on number 10 St. Thomas Aquinas. After that, the Gales come back into Nevada trying to win their 8th straight. Nevada State Championship. And that was the thing that has always held them down in the past. That Nevada schedule, a lot weaker, but Nevada football, is coming up in stature. And right now, Bishop Gorman has the inside track. If they win on Friday, they have that inside track to the mythical High School Football America National Championship. Everything developed in our ratings by our algorithm. It's proprietary, and we've now spread it across not only the top 25, and now over the last 2 years, it's been the top 50. We have our regional rankings that come out on Monday. We do a Southern California and a California top 25, and then we have top 10s and top 5s from every state in the nation that you can see at highschoolfootballamerica.com. The bigger states get the top 10. The smaller states get the top 5, but you can check it out. We have state-by-state news sections. Just go to highschoolfootballamerica.com, click on news, and you'll see each and every state, and you can go to your favorite state and find out how your favorite teams are doing at highschoolfootballamerica.com. Well, you just heard from Elijah Brooks, the head coach at DeMatha, and last year they did a number on St. John's. Beat him pretty handily both times, but Elijah Brooks expecting a little bit of a different ball game out of everybody. And again, the cadets are well seasoned when it comes to playing national talent at this point, having won 4 of their first 5 games against preseason top 25 teams. Their only loss coming on the road at IMG Academy to the Ascenders, ranked number 2 in the High School Football America top 25. St. John's coming into the game on Friday night, ranked number 9 in the nation. DeMatha number 4. And if you didn't hear it at the top, one of the things that has kind of propelled St. John's to the top of the heap and one of the more elite teams this year, at least in the Washington Catholic Athletic Conference, Kevin Plank, the founder of Under Armour, an alum of St. John's, has put a lot of money into that program there, and it's resulted in some impressive things. Joe Casamento, the longtime coach at Christian Brothers Academy in New York, coming down and taking over. He was brought in as an assistant head coach and then took over the program at the end of the year. So this is Joe's first year as the head coach, but he had a wonderful career there at Christian Brothers Academy, and expecting a real interesting ball game tomorrow night in Maryland. Now, as far as the game in Nevada, man, there is just so much talent on the field between these two schools, and I'm talking about Bishop Gorman and St. Thomas Aquinas. It's hard to kind of break it down and figure out who has the edge. Obviously, home field advantage gives Gorman an edge, and I also believe, and we've talked about this before on the show, it is very, very difficult to travel across the country and pick up wins. Now, this year when I was able to help the Honor Bowl bring out IMG Academy from Florida, St. Joseph Regional from Montvale, New Jersey, and St. Joseph's Prep from Philadelphia to play in the Honor Bowl, all 3 teams won, which is, if you look at it through the years, it doesn't happen a whole lot. Because you got to look at it. When St. Joseph's Prep came out here, they played a 5:00 game in Southern California, but that was 8:00 on their clocks. So they couldn't play like an 8:00 game. When you come out here and you play in the time zone in the regular time periods, that's tough on a young man's body. So you've got St. Thomas Aquinas coming out here a couple of days ahead of time, hopefully being able to acclimate themselves. Of course, if you follow either of these teams or follow High School Football America, you know that both teams have great quarterbacks that are going to play at the next level. Bishop Gorman has Tate Martell. Tate, the social media maven. People love him or hate him. I saw him in person against St. John Bosco several weeks ago when the Gales beat the then number 1 Braves, and very impressed with what Tate Martell can do on the field. Of course, he's going to Ohio State, and his counterpart for Roger Harriet's team there for St. Thomas Aquinas is Jake Allen. Jake Allen going to go to the University of Florida. Both quarterbacks have really great receivers. Allen has Trayvon Grimes, guy going to Ohio State, and on the other side, another Ohio State guy, because we know Tate Martell has become, Urban Meyer's probably number 1 ally when it comes to the recruiting game. Bishop Gorman gets back some talent this week, which they had not had. Tyjon Lindsey, who began the year with Corona Centennial after transferring from Gorman, he transferred back. He's missed the entire year with a shoulder injury. He came back last week for Kenny Sanchez, the head coach there at Bishop Gorman, and caught a couple of tough touchdown passes. So, lots of talent on both sides, offensively and defensively. Hard to kind of figure out which way this one's going to go, but I'm going to give Gorman the edge here just because they're at home, and they are a very fine football team, and they've won back-to-back USA Today mythical national championships. St. Thomas Aquinas can be beaten. We've seen that. They started number 7 in our algorithm rankings. They were number 1 in Max Preps, USA Today, and Prep Nation, which make up our media poll. They began the season number 1, but after their loss to Booker T. Washington, a lot of the guys in the article on Max Preps previewing the game said that game helped them, even though you don't like to lose, and it took away the national championship feel to the season. They can get back in it. Let's face it. A win here against Bishop Gorman would definitely help them in our algorithm and pop them up there. There's several teams in front, but I mean, if you get, let's say St. John's beats DeMatha, which makes DeMatha and St. John's a one-loss team. You've got Mater Dei out here prepped to go into a very tough Trinity League schedule. Can they come out undefeated? It's possible that we could have a national champion this year with one loss, and there's a lot of things that would have to happen for that to occur. But St. Thomas Aquinas, a win in Nevada would give them a shot to get back into that national championship chase. It has been an exciting year so far, and we expect the second half of the season with league play to be very, very exciting. Again, if you missed any of our interview with Elijah Brooks, the head coach at DeMatha, always go back to highschoolfootballamerica.com. We have all the shows there for you in our archive, so feel free to go back there and check them out. Some of the other big games around the nation this week, we talked about where the top 25 is playing in Arizona, a big game between Hamilton and Brophy Prep. In Pennsylvania, Central Catholic ranked number 41 in the High School Football America National Top 50, taking on Pine Richland. Pine Richland, a very close defeat at the beginning of the season. They were edged by St. Edward by a score of 28-27. That should be a good one. We mentioned the one in Kentucky, where number 19 Trinity takes on St. X. 10 of the last 11 have gone to Trinity, but many people feeling that St. X has a shot at this one. In Illinois, a big battle between East St. Louis and Edwardville. In Texas, Euless Trinity, which is edging its way toward the top 25, taking on a very good South Lake Carroll team in a Texas battle. Out here in California, Bellarmine College Prep taking on St. Francis from Mountain View, a team that's ranked in the top 25 in California. Big one in Detroit, maybe the only real test for Cass Tech. They are nationally ranked by most of the polls. We have them just outside with the algorithm. Strength of schedule a little low, but they've got a big matchup against King, which will help their strength of schedule. King is undefeated, so a good test. Really, the championship in the Detroit Public League up for grabs when King takes on Cass Tech coming up on Saturday. We mentioned the big game in New Jersey, number 24 St. Joseph taking on number 27 Bergen Catholic. These two have battled to overtime 3 out of the last 4 times that they've played. We had Nunzio Campanelli on the show a couple of weeks ago. His junior quarterback, Johnny Langan, is back after having an injury last week in the win over Paramus Catholic. Johnny passing for 310 yards. Again, 3 out of the last 4 games have gone into overtime. This is the 13th game in the series between these rivals since 2004, and Bergen Catholic has won 2 in a row, and they hold a slim edge in these last 12 games by a 7-5 margin. So great weekend of high school football around the country. Keep up with each and every game by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com and checking out our live scoreboards. Yes, it's great to watch the games as they unfold, and you can take part. Download the app at Google Play or the iTunes Store. And you can go out there and score your team's favorite game, let everybody know what's happening. They'll pop up on highschoolfootballamerica.com. And we have state-by-state scoreboards and our top 25 scoreboard, all for you at highschoolfootballamerica.com, your number one source for high school football coverage throughout the weekend by going to our scores tab at highschoolfootballamerica.com. Okay, we're going to take a break, come back, wrap up the show. You're listening to High School Football America. Instant replays on a high school football sideline? Seriously? Yes, the future is here with Echo 1612's Instant Replay Sideline System. Echo's cutting-edge technology was the first to the market 2 years ago. Echo delivers instant replay to your sideline on an iPad within seconds of a play being finished so that you can make tomorrow's coaching changes today. This NFHS-approved product may be the biggest change in high school football since the invention of the helmet. Coaches, you'll gain a competitive edge by adding Echo 1612's Instant Replay Sideline System to your coaching toolbox. How cool is this? The Echo Instant Replay Sideline System works with both your current booth and end zone cameras, plus, and this is an important point, Echo works without any cellular connection, data plans, or internet. The list of high school football programs using Echo 1612 system is growing daily, meaning your opponent may already have a game time advantage. You don't want to be left out, do you? The Echo 1612 advantage is simple. Echo plus an iPad equals instant replay on your sideline that improves your game planning. Seriously, you'll be making coaching adjustments in real time, not the day after. Except no copycats, Echo 1612 is the best on the market. Echo 1612's cutting-edge technology helps you make tomorrow's adjustments today. Learn more at echo1612.com. Field turf rubber pellets, be gone. The Debris Inhibitor Razor is a seamless outer sock that was specifically designed to keep crumb rubber and other fine debris from artificial or grass playing surfaces out of an athlete's shoes and socks, thus keeping such debris out of gym bags and locker rooms. The Razor, spelled R-A-Z-U-R, is favored by athletes who want the look of tape, by trainers who no longer have the time to tape only for show, and by moms who no longer want that crumb rubber in the house. The Debris Inhibitor Razor is made in America. It's 70% nylon and 30% spandex, making it extra lightweight and very durable, and it's backed by a 1-year performance guarantee. The Debris Inhibitor Razor covers just the right amount of a player's shoe while keeping those shoelaces tight. It's fully customizable, machine washable, and more importantly, it's easy to get on and off. The Debris Inhibitor Razor comes in 23 colors and sizes are youth, medium, large, and for that extra big foot, extra large. Founded in 2010 by former University of Mississippi All-SEC football player Carl Hoppy Langley III, Southern Sport Inc. created the Debris Inhibitor to improve athletic performance by protecting athletes, allowing them to look and feel better with technically advanced products engineered with superior fabric construction, patented design, and proven innovation. Get a discount on your order by using the High School Football America code HSFA when you order at TDIRazor.com. That's razor spelled with a U at TDIRazor.com. If you're scouting your opponents without Crossover's game film breakdown platform, you're missing an opportunity to get a huge edge over the competition. Crossover's service lets you upload game film from your hard drive, video camera, or other websites like Huddle. Their team of football experts will then clip and tag the game with player and formation info so that when you log into your account, you can filter the clips however you'd like. They'll also automatically prepare a comprehensive tendency report and down and distance report for your staff so you can see exactly what your opponents like to call in specific situations. We all know that every coach spends countless hours preparing before a game. It's not about the time you put in, it's about what you do with that time. That's Crossover's biggest advantage. It allows you to use your prep time more efficiently and get an even deeper level of insight since you don't have to waste time setting up the film. Check them out. You're going to love them. You can sign up for a quick free demo at crossover.com/football. That's crossover with a K.com/football. USA Today High School Sports is America's leading platform for high school football. The Super 25 team rankings and expert American Family Insurance All-USA list have been determining the best of the best nationally and locally for more than 3 decades. Be sure to check out usatodayhss.com, the best in the game for everything high school football. All right, Jeff Fisher back on High School Football America as we wrap things up here on the show this evening. Thanks for tuning in, and boy, what a weekend it's going to be ahead as number 1, Bishop Gorman taking on number 10, St. Thomas Aquinas, and then the big game in the D.C. Beltway as number 4, DeMatha taking on number 9, St. John's. Both of those games can be followed at highschoolfootballamerica.com by going to the Scores tab and checking out our Score Stream live game updates. If you can't follow along any other way, this is the best way to do it. If you can get out there to those games, boy, you're going to see some good games. And don't forget the big battle in New Jersey as number 24, St. Joseph Regional from Montvale taking on number 27, Bergen Catholic. Bergen Catholic knocking on the door. And, a big win by the Crusaders would probably flip them in the algorithm rankings. A lot of great football ahead. We're starting the second half of the season. 7 of the top 25 teams idle this week, getting ready to go into league play. We're just getting started right now. It is going to be a fantastic finish to the 2016 high school football season. I want to thank all of our partners that joined us on the show tonight, including our guest. We'll start with him, Elijah Brooks, the head coach at DeMatha High School. What a nice guy. Always enjoy talking to Coach Brooks, who has done a fine job there filling in the shoes or stepping into the shoes of Bill McGregor, who did just a fantastic job in his long tenure there at DeMatha High School. And then our partners like Crossover. Get your game film broken down for you. Just quickly, easily saves you time. You can go actually hang out with the kids, the family, and enjoy your weekend while they do all the grunt work on the film breakdown. You can get them at crossoverwithak.com/HSFA. That's how you get your free demo. You can also get to all of our sponsors by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com and clicking on the banner ad. Also brought to you tonight by the good folks at Echo. Get instant replay. Coaches showing is better than telling, and that's what Echo does by giving you 8-second replays. Once the play is done, you get the replay 8 seconds after the play is done, and it will give you a great competitive edge, just like Crossover will. Also brought to you tonight, as I said, by the good folks at ScoreStream. Get all your live scores throughout the weekend, state-by-state scoreboards, and the top 25. Go to scorestream.com. Get the app in the iTunes Store or at Google Play. Also brought to you tonight by the good folks at Southern Sport. Get a discount on your order as you get those pesky rubber pellets from Field Turf out of your shoes. They'll never get in if you wear the TDI Razor. That's TDI Razor with a U, TDIRazor.com. HSFA gets you a discount on your order. 20 great colors. You can get your logo on there. Folks, you will love this. Guys, if you're out there playing and you hate those rubber pellets, this will keep them out of there, and it gives you that great look of spatting, too. We all know you want to look your finest. There's 20 colors to make you look real spiffy. And also brought to you tonight by USA Today High School Sports. Once again, in 2016, USA Today High School Sports and High School Football America teaming up to give you great national coverage and specific coverage from Southern California. Check them out at usatodayhss.com. Well, that's going to do it for the show tonight. Some big ball games that you can check out. The Thursday games already underway. Follow along with all the state-by-state scoreboards. But for now, this is Jeff Fisher saying good night and good sports from sunny Southern California. You've been listening to High School Football America.